Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your extended. My name is Jane and this is Intuitive Energies. Yeah, I already did the Celtic Cross this morning, so if you haven't seen that one, I would watch it first. Very, very intense. Well, I don't know. They're always intense. When Spirit comes in to give messages, they're always meaning what they're saying. Their whole goal is to help you in your life, to move you forward. This week is all about finding that balance between energetically just being who you are without trying to control the situation way too much. The thing is if you're planners such as I am, it's very hard sometimes to release control to something that you can't actually see. And it gets hard to just relinquish that control. But there's a lot of great nuggets of wisdom this morning in the reading about that. So I would watch that first. I've decided, well, they told me right from the get-go that I was going to be using this one, and then the Spirit Within. We're going to do like I guess the shadow side of it, or the stuff that maybe is not quite revealing itself to you. So this is to help you on your way this week. And of course I do readings every day, so I will be here to help you every day. Maybe give you a little key, a little insight, a little spiritual push in the right direction so that you can come up with your own conclusion. And that's really what I want my channel to do in a general way, to help all Pisces, okay? So I hope that you enjoyed this. Alright, so the very first card, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So the first card that was received this morning was the Guardian of Cups. The Guardian of Cups is the Queen of Cups, the instrumental part of the emotional well-being that comes with somebody who's empathic, somebody who's got it all together, somebody who's like placing all the right ripple effects, protecting the flower of creativity. What happens with this is near the end of the cups. It feels very much like you have gone through everything. We get to the end of those different stages and we think to ourselves that, well, we've mastered it, but as we're going, it's like you're putting more and more control. You have more control on a situation near the end of it, or feel like you need more control on the situation as you're progressing, than right at the beginning, such as this beautiful planted idea. When this came through, they're reminding you, Pisces, that this started out with a tiny little seed, okay, of an idea. Something that you just kind of thought would be a cool thing to do, okay, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in career, but this started off with a real great seed of bright light of opportunity, okay. A lot of clarity came through with that, and I want you to tap into that when this starts feeling a little heavy, a little burdensome, a little scary because you can't quite see the next step because so many steps have been taken and you're still quite unsure. Don't worry about it. This is a beautiful, they always want you to have the, what is it, that brilliant feeling of that new love affair, you know, that thing of always being, when you first see something or when you first experience something for the very first time, that elation, that beautiful feeling that comes in. They want you to really focus on that this week, okay? Even if sometimes it gets a little scary to do so because you're not quite sure. They also want to remind you that you did plant that seed, you did take that first step. So you do have a lot of courage, even not knowing what might come of it. Inside yourself, you knew that taking this chance was going to bring something forward. So trust that, okay? Trust that in yourself. So that's it. That's the help from Spirit. What is blocking you, you have the Emperor card. The Emperor card shows me all these perfectly planted rows of poppies. A very structured thing. An Emperor is a very structured figure, an authority figure. Too much authority, too much control blocks stuff, and it will block your cycle too. You have to realize that in life, we go through different cycles. Regardless if we're ready for it or not, the wheel just keeps spinning. Days change. emotion, status, focus, all of that changes from day to day. And putting stuff in an authority box doesn't always fit the situation. It's not always going to help the situation along. You don't want to be blocking. You don't want to stop the wheel from turning, even if it means there's a chance you might fall off. If you fall off and you do it, is it because a lot of us, here's the thing, a lot of us, when we decide to do something and not really take all the looks that we need to, plan it all out, A, B, C, D, E, and something happens and we fall off the wheel, we immediately go to the go-to of, well, I didn't plan it carefully enough. There's so much more than planning that goes into everything that we do. And trust me, Pisces, if you're worried that your lack of planning is going to make you fall off the wheel, they're telling me you've already planned a lot already, if that's your main focus. People who constantly fall off the wheel without planning, they don't think about falling off the wheel. They just simply do. So remember that. Okay, don't let your thoughts about controlling scare you from falling off the wheels of the cycles of life. It doesn't matter what you do, you're going to ultimately fall off at some time, some points. This also has to do with a lot of control chakra, which would be your solar plexus, okay? So if you can, get a yellow crystal, anything yellow actually, and let it, this is a citrine that I have here, okay? So I just carry it with me. This is like, infuse it with power. Say, this stone has power. I need nothing to do to, I don't need to do anything to it. Okay? Take anything yellow, actually. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't need, carry this orangey yellow thing, whatever. Okay? This is like a little recipe card. I don't care. Write a little something. My power is fantastic, infinite. And just, tuck it in your sleeve, down your bra, if you're a lady, anywhere, okay? And just carry it with you and believe in it, okay? You have power within you without feeling, you don't need to feel powerless to failure. Things happen the way they do. If you've done everything that you can and you're still falling off the wheel, maybe it wasn't meant to be, okay? So you have to cut yourself slack and a break, but it has to do with your solar plexus chakra, your powerhouse. Could even be like with your root chakra, your sense of safety. Okay, so all I said, these chakras, they're working in tandem to try to stop you from making mistakes like happened in the past, but every situation is different. If you learned something and now, let's say you did something, were not prepared, fell off the wheel in the past. These chakras are now telling you that you need to be prepared. So chances are you have prepared, but now you're living in fear that the same will happen, even though you've prepared. Okay, so it's like you're getting stuck in that wheel of fear. So don't do that. Just work with it, okay? Trust yourself would be the biggest shadow message I can give you here. Go deep down inside yourself. Trust yourself. Okay, so on your crown, the Queen of Cups, here she is again. Okay, your Queen of Cups this week is going to really help you find that emotional stability that you need. Okay, to stop trying to control things so much that you're sucking the life out of it. This is what this card feels. So tap into your crown, let the energy go, and do it in a very calm way. Look at this, she's got no worries, okay? This is me with my cup of coffee, cocoa coffee, there you go. And there you go, do the same. When the world feels like it's falling on its face around you, just take a cup of coffee with cocoa, tea, mint tea, green tea. Some of you drink, what is this? Kombucha? What is kombucha? Is kombucha like a probiotic drink? I think I recall this from my mother when I went to see her. Anyway, so just take your kombucha and drink. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Okay. I've heard of it very, very quickly, so I'm not feigning ignorance. I've heard of it. All right. So take whatever you need, relax, and recenter yourself in the feel good is what they're saying. In your emotional maturity that you feel, that you own sometimes. You do feel like really emotionally mature at times. It's time to really kick into that. So at your foundation, the Three of Wands. Being lighted the way, but only so far. Okay? We're going to see what this deck has to say about that. What are you going to say? Oh, yes. Trust in the transformation. Okay? It's happening for you. And the part of that transformation is saying, okay, this death is by letting go of things. Let it happen. Let the transformation begin. You're trying to hold it back by not knowing where you're going and trying to control the situation. And the transformation comes in not knowing the situation. It's allowing you to trust the universe and your energies and your innate feeling of knowing that things are going to work out exactly as they should. Okay? Very nice, very nice. Okay. So in your recent feature, you had the Elder Wands, and that came out in reverse, and then I put it upright, and then I decided to leave it reverse. And that was, the Elder of Wands is the King of Wands. It's about taking control of a situation. And in the past, and let's say in the last week, with all this new moon energy, it was going act now, but I still felt like you were feeling, and there we go. That's in reverse too. You were feeling like, oh, I don't know if I should. It was kind of muted. It's like, I know I should be taking control of it, but I'm not too sure. And this Page of Swords, well, in reverse, I'll actually use it because the Page of Swords has two ways. The Page of Swords is new ideas and going after it. Okay, bright new ideas, shiny new ideas, and just kind of going, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway, and it sounds really good. And if you flip it around, which I always say, and in this case I'm literally leaving it flipped around, it's talking yourself out of a good idea, making yourself believe that maybe you should be careful and that maybe nefarious things are going to happen if you do. And I feel that really took over in the last little while. And it's normal. We go through cycles of not really trusting ourselves. Okay? It's hard to break out of those things, Pisces. It's hard to start believing in yourself and keep it at that when you've been conditioned or many things have happened to you that you feel, am I doing the right thing? So in your future, you have the Child of Wands. And it comes Temperance. And we had Temperance on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So this was very much about finding that balance this week. So in this Child of Wands, what did we say? That this was going to be a brand new thing. Okay. And trusting in it. Trusting in the beauty of it and just going with it. The Page of Wands always feels like it's kind of weird, but a surface, okay? The shallow, the one, look at me, I'm pretty, take my picture, okay? So, and this is like putting the balance on things. You've been so heavy and putting so much meaning into every little detail. I feel that this is Spirit telling you it's time for you to rebalance that, okay? Go from the water, the blue, that intensity, that everything has got to be, to that fire, to just let yourself be shiny and happy, okay? And I think it's important. And this card always represents good news. So bringing that balance of really feel will bring in some better things for you in the upcoming weeks. So the Ten of Cups came out. The Ten of Cups came out to show how others see you. And the Ten of Cups is working on your blessings, working on your happiness, working on the colors of your rainbow, which is fantastic. I said more on it this morning. I'm gonna, yeah. So like I said, working on those things, right? I feel what you're presenting to people is that little by little, bit by bit, you're learning more about yourself, learning more about what you want. And the Page of Pentacles is really like the apprentice of this, you know, brand new. Like the Page of Swords, but in a different sort of way, okay? You got the idea and then you started getting the knowledge and really working on yourself. I feel that when you put these new pages, the new pages like the new energy, the new knowledge, and it is knowledge, is really great knowledge. You're really putting your best foot forward. So others will see you as like the optimistic, sort of novice, but who still has a lot going for them, working towards their beautiful goals, everything that they want out of life. Doing it in a fresh, new way, in a happy way, okay? And that's what you're going to be showing off. That's what you're going to be bringing forward. That's the light you want to really put forward to them. How others see you as the Three of Cups. Being in flow. Being okay with all kinds of different types of energies, flowing with others and their own creative juices while you're sharing yours, being in a celebration type mode of everything that's going for you. Right. Seven of Pentacles, right? Okay. It's perfect to have this card together because these three cups are so different, and I feel that that's what you're really doing. You're cultivating all these different things that you're seeing. But you can only do that if you take the time to really enjoy it. Get other people's point of view. Let them talk. Be the listener instead of the talker. Okay? Really open yourself up to those different energies. So, so important. Yeah. Okay, so you have your hopes and fears. And 3 cards came out this morning for your hopes and fears. You had the Eight of Swords, the Sun, and the Eight of Pentacles. 2 eights, which I've noticed just now. Your hopes and fears are you working so hard to your sunny moment, to your clarity of thought. But the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles is you working too hard, but working quality work, working hard, but I feel that you're working yourself into tying yourself up in knots, and that's really what's been talking about, right? The Three of Swords. So it's asking you this week, and I already saw this card, and I thought this card's going to come out, because I saw the Band-Aid as I was shuffling, and I said this card's going to come out. The card comes out because for me it's seeing the truth to move on, okay? You're damaging yourself. I can see that. You're damaging yourself by getting stuck in these energies, by wanting to control everything so much. You're not enjoying the journey. You're just focusing on the outcome and focusing on the fear of maybe what could happen before the outcome or if the outcome's going to come. You have to do the work, then you have to release it and let it go. Let it go, okay? Let go of this so that you can let that light shine in. Okay, that's the shadow work right there. Let it go. Yeah. Easier said than done, right, Pisces? It's just, the outcome is the breakthrough. The Ace of Swords are beautiful. And this card shows it so much. There's such beautiful, this appeals to my Queen of Swords, those pointed lines showing the direction in case the sword wasn't enough. This is where you need to go. This is what you need to do. But the clarity in here, Pisces, the funniest part about the clear movement is not having a clear movement, but being okay with it. Being emotionally stable enough in yourself with this King of Cups to just let things happen. Okay? Let the clarity reveal itself to you the way that it will. As I said before, you work so hard, okay, for everything that you're getting. You will succeed. But you need to bring a balance back to it. You need to enjoy the journey. That's the lesson here. You need to enjoy and you need to trust the universe. You need to realize that there's power in the universe. Once you send out your wish, you need to let the universe catch up to your wish. You can't just be focusing on what could happen and a trouble might happen and what you're going to need to fix and how you can move 50 steps ahead of the game to get the result that you want. You're missing the point of enjoying the journey that you're on. You're missing the point of letting spirit and helpers and friends and partnerships help out in their own way, okay? Don't lawnmower everything before there's a need to actually cut the grass, okay? Just let things develop. You're missing all the wildflowers that are coming in to help with the bees and everything else. You're overshooting the mark and causing more problems, okay? I hope that this is helping you. I really like this reading this week, so we're going to focus on just this week. I think Spirit is trying to tell us, focus on just letting it be. Like letting things happen. Not too sure how that's going to turn out in the readings. Maybe we're going to focus more on stuff in between so that you don't focus on that so much. And then, I don't know, maybe we're going to focus on happiness, your joys, the stuff that keeps you high vibing instead of control, more of letting go of control. I'll see. We'll start, and they always guide me always in the right direction for everybody. Thank you so much for being here, as always, Pisces. If you would like to support me in any way, the best way you can do is by clicking that subscribe button, that notification bell to all, put it on your phone as well, so that your phone lets you know when I post. And watching, coming and giving me comments and your likes is the best way you can help this message spread, because the more of you come, the more YouTube says, yeah, people like this, and that helps me personally, and it's free to you, and it's wonderful for me. It's kind of a great relationship. If you would like to do anything else, it's all in the description box. There are many different ways you can support this channel. And again, I thank you so very much. Take care, Pisces. I will see you tomorrow.